Good morning from day 4 aboard the Disney Wish. We are unfortunately back in Port Canaveral, signifying the end of our cruise and the end of our Christmas vacation.
I'm so tired though.
Yes, very, very busy trip. A lot of parties, a lot of late nights. So,
We're getting too old to party this hard.
yeah.
But we still had a wonderful time. We got to do lots of fun stuff, and it's almost time to eat breakfast.
Yeah, so let's go head to breakfast, and then we'll do our recap of the trip / a haul from the trip as well. So we'll see you soon. Okay, so we are back from our trip to Walt Disney World for the Christmas season, as well as our
Very
three-night
Merrytime Cruise.
Yes, aboard the Disney Wish. So debarkation day, kind of as always, breakfast is fine, nothing extravagant.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was passable. It was food. It was included in the price of our cruise fare. So we ate it.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say about this cruise is the comment cards.
Yes.
You always get the comment card on the last night or the night before, so you can give it to your servers and the gratuity envelopes as well. But on this sailing, there was also a specific comment card for the Very Merrytime Cruise, which I thought was interesting. But overall, wonderful trip. Very busy trip. Granted, a lot of that was because of our flight delay and things that moved around. Had a lot of late nights back to back.
Late night parties.
Yeah. So, would do things differently next time.
Was it a relaxing vacation? No. Absolutely not. Was it a vacation? Yes. It was more of a sprint.
Yeah.
Than a meander.
Yeah. But overall, review of our trip, I would not do a 3-night Merrytime Cruise.
Probably not.
If you're going to do a special cruise, we have not done the Halloween on the high seas cruises. This was our only experience with themed cruise, and I know the other ones like the Marvel, Star Wars, Pixar, those are all days at sea. I feel like you need the extra time to do that, because having Pirate Night and Christmas Night be in the same day was way too much.
I think that would have been the same thing whether we were on a 3 or a 4-night cruise though.
Yes.
Because the performers need a day off.
Yeah, I think you need at least 5-night to maybe get it. I'm not really sure.
But I mean, to accommodate the performers not working 7 days straight, to give them that day off, Pirate Night and the Christmas extravaganza were combined. And it was incredibly strange.
Yes.
Because everybody's dressed for Christmas, except a few people are dressed as pirates, and the characters are dressed as pirates. And so we have pictures with the characters dressed as pirates when we're in Christmas outfits.
Yeah.
And it was odd. It was just odd. There's really no other way to explain it, but sprinting around, running around, trying to do all the things and see all the things. And it was just a big commotion.
Yes. Indeed. So, would do a theme cruise again, but not as short as this one, for sure.
I think, too, the Wish is just so dang big.
Yeah.
We did not go to the adult exclusive area one time.
No. I think this sailing kind of confirmed the fact that the Wish is not my favorite. I think the ship itself is beautiful, but it's almost too big and not enough time. The sailings are just way too short to see everything you want to see, do everything you want to do.
I'm excited for the treasure.
Yes, I feel like 7 nights, great.
I think the size of this wonderful, beautiful, lovely boat, you need 7 days.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're just going to walk off exhausted or feeling like you couldn't do it all. Which, I mean, I know that in general for Disney cruises, you can't have the attitude of, I'm gonna do it all, because it's literally impossible to do it all.
Yeah.
But I think you're especially left feeling that way on the shorter sailings, on the bigger boats. Because on the Magic, we did everything we wanted to do and walked off feeling really satisfied. But maybe we just like the smaller ships.
Right.
And that's a personal taste thing.
Yeah. And then as far as the land portion, how do you feel about Jollywood and the Christmas party and whatnot?
I know we already kind of touched on this a bit, but I think Jollywood needs some work. I think I said that there was both too much and too little to do, because it's impossible to do it all, but there's also not enough to absorb all the people. So the lines were incredibly long for the exclusive things. And that's after they added several different characters, they added different experiences, there was a DJ playing, like there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
But it just did not absorb the people. I think the Fiesta in La Calle was a really big example of that. It was billed as this big street party, and it was dead.
Yeah.
No one cared. I would have loved if it had been more like Tomorrowland Terrace dance parties where they have the characters out and dancing. I would have loved to see the Three Caballeros busting a move over there.
That's true.
Or if Donald wasn't available because he was busy, Jose and Pachito. But something. There wasn't enough to entice people over there.
Right.
And it was also in that weird alleyway area. So there was just no reason to go per se. Once you heard the music a little bit, you were like, okay, I got other stuff I have to do.
Right. I'm very interested to see what they change for next year, assuming they're going to bring it back. I think they will bring it back next year. So I'm very curious to see what they do next year with that. But I would try it again, knowing that they're going to make some changes to it.
I think they also need an additional band for the Twilight Zone soiree.
Have them rotate.
Because we stood there for a long time and it was cold and we were like, what is happening? So I would have loved, even if they did it more like Fiesta in the Calle where they had a band and then a solo artist, if they had somebody constantly, because as a guest, we just stood there like, and no one could tell us when they were coming out to perform.
Right. It was just
that was the other thing. No one really knew.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll do it again. There definitely were some tweaks that need to be made with Jollywood. The Christmas party.
We had a nice time at Jollywood. We had a nice time at the Christmas party.
Yeah. Christmas party, the only kind of negative that I had from it was the line for Scrooge was very long. And again, nobody really could tell us
how long it's going to be.
So, could probably improve on that. Put some kind of wait time estimator out front, because I don't know that we would have gotten in line if we knew that it was going to be a 2-hour wait.
And it wasn't a 2-hour wait.
Maybe like an hour and a half.
But yeah.
But yeah.
It was also a relief to be warm though for a minute.
So, but the Christmas party was very fun. Nice to try all the cookies.
We got
and
so many
drinks.
cookies to take home.
Yes. And the rides are low weights. So for both parties, I feel like if you want to ride all you can, especially that time of year when the parks are busy, get 2 tickets to the parties, do the party one night, do the rides the other night.
But there's no time at Jollywood to hit a couple rides.
No. If you do the party stuff, you can't.
We were able to ride a few rides during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party.
Right.
So if you had people who valued rides, I would say go Very Merry. If you had people who wanted more exclusive experiences, I'd say go Jollywood.
Yeah.
So take that information as you will.
Yeah. And the last thing to kind of touch on to review, I know we're going back to the cruise ship, but our fancy room.
Yes.
Very odd room.
Yes.
And there are only now 2 aboard the Disney Wish. There were more, but the other ones had been converted to accessible rooms, from what I could see. So there's only 2 on board, same deck, deck 6. Thoughts on the room?
I think it would be excellent if you were traveling with like children who were light sleepers and parents who snore. For 4 adults, it's a cramped little space.
Yeah.
Is it still better than a regular room with
Yes.
4 adults? Heck yes. Absolutely yes. But I mean, I would stay there again, but I would prefer to not put 4 adults in one room.
The veranda was very nice, very
Yes.
fancy. It was nice to have all the open space in the living room area.
It was helpful for packing.
Yes.
To have all the space.
One of the worst parts about that room was the walk to the elevator or staircase. It was so far away, and I know a lot of that is because the Wish only has the 2 elevator bays, not 3 like the other ships. The Treasure will be the same thing as the Wish, which is the 2. But that walk was so long, and it was like an effort to get to your room after.
Because we were just running. We were running, and then just tired.
If you left something in your room, it's better just go without it. You'll get it later rather than having to go all the way back for it and come all the way back.
Yeah.
So, with the Wish being as big as it is and as much walking as you will do, that walk was rough. But still a lovely room. Would still stay there again. Just would not make as many trips back to the room if possible.
And we really limited our trips back to the room this time. It wasn't like our first sailing where it was like, costume change.
Right. We did not change as often knowing that it was going to be such a long walk. But, yeah. And then as far as our haul. So we kind of have we didn't get a ton.
No.
But we have a land and sea haul. So first up for the land was Jollywood Nights. So starting with the wristbands. The wristbands for Jollywood and the Christmas party were very different. So Jollywood was your typical plastic wristband that you have to cut to get off. It is kind of fastened with the plastic little clip. But yeah, kind of typical standard party wristband, how I would have expected it to be. The Christmas party was fabric. And it had like a metal clip on it.
Yeah, it slides, and once you pull it, it won't go back up. Because
Right.
it starts up here, and where it's real crinkled, and then you just pull it down to fit your wrist. And I tried to keep it loose, but it was a bit of a pain to get it off.
Yeah.
I was able to squeeze my little hand and get it off.
The fabric is more comfortable, but the fact that it can be tightened slowly throughout the evening, and then you can't untighten it, was...
We did have to ask for scissors at guest services to get some off.
Yes. So, kind of pros and cons of both of those, but it was interesting to see that 2 parties back-to-back had very different wristbands.
Yes.
For Jollywood Nights, I know we mentioned it before, and I think I put a clip of it in our video, but your kind of credentials for the evening, which you really didn't need, was a little lanyard with a card that you could scan the QR code on the back for the map and all the event times and whatnot.
We did not wear them.
Yes, these stayed in our backpack, but have a little Jollywood Nights lanyard.
They didn't go with our outfits.
That's true.
We were looking fabulous for Jollywood.
Yeah. And keeping with the party theme, after Jollywood Nights, which we showed already, the kind of souvenir you get at the end of the night is a pack of 2 coasters. So these are wooden coasters that say Jollywood Nights 2023, have the little felt pads in the bottom. Fairly nice coasters, kind of a random thing to get, but fairly nice. And it was not advertised that you were getting a little something, so nice
2
little
per
surprise.
person.
Yeah, so a box of 2 per person. And then from the Christmas party, everyone got a little ornament. So this year was a little toy soldier ornament. The bottom says Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And then there's a little tag up top that says 2023.
Hooray.
And every person got one of these. And as far as pins, because you know I like my pins, from the land portion, I got an Old Key West pin, since this was our first time staying in Old Key West. So not a Christmas pin, just an Old Key West pin.
It wants my face.
There we go.
There it is.
Saying the keys. See the keys. And then a pin from the Festival of the Holidays. So the Festival of the Holidays pin was $19.99, and the Old Key West pin was silver, which I believe is the $9.99 price tag. So got some pins for this trip, and I think that's all we got from our land portion. And then for our C portion, I think I showed, but we never actually talked about.
This is my lanyard.
But there's new lanyards. So the 25th anniversary brought new gifts and new lanyards. So no more are just the plastic holders with the old-fashioned Castaway Club lanyards. Now it is a Mickey leather pouch that is color-coded.
It feels like higher quality, basically.
Yes. And they are once for each of them, so I have my gold one as well, but this is the silver one.
I wore my metal closure, magnetic closure, because that's my preference.
Yeah.
But still very cute.
Yeah. And then our Castaway Club gifts. Since this was our first sailing as a gold member for me, we did get 2 gifts. But this was the silver gift, the Castaway Club tote bag. Once again, this was brought out for the 25th anniversary for Disney Cruise Line, and they have kept with this for now at least. But they are very nice tote bags. This is a very similar bag that we got on the Wish for the inaugural sailing.
Yes.
So very nice. It's lined on the inside. But yeah. And then the gold gift was this. So it says Castaway Club on the bottom in like kind of embroidered. And this is a wet dry bag. So the inside is lined for wet swimsuits to keep them apart from everything else in your suitcase and whatnot. So nice to get 2 little gifts. I think we'll be getting the same 2 gifts on the next sailing, but unless they change it again, because these were both brought out for the 25th anniversary, so I don't know if they will stick around or not.
We'll just get a collection.
Yeah. But that was the Castaway Club gifts. And then as for things we purchased on board the cruise, I wanted to get a pin for the Very Merrytime sailing. So this was the pin that I got. Good tides we bring. So play on words for the cruise. I did appreciate though that the cruise did have specific cruise Christmas merch.
Merchandise.
And the other thing we got on the cruise was, again, Christmas specific cruise merch. I got a shirt. So happy holidays, Disney Cruise Line.
Merrytime Cruises.
Merrytime Cruises, yeah. And this was, I believe, $30, and the pin was $17.99. And then as far as stuff that we did not buy on the cruise,
we had people from Japan on our sailing who said, "Come to our door, you can get candy."
yeah,
So we did.
yes, very, very nice guests sailing with us that were from Japan. I think there were 2 different rooms.
Yes.
That were like, we are excited to go on this cruise with you guys, so stop by our door, post it in the Facebook group for everybody in the Facebook group. And yeah, just had a basket full of sweets and treats and snacks from Japan.
So thank you.
Yes.
And then a relic of the past, a cruising duck,
Yes.
and a winter hat, like a snowman on wheels, vroom vroom, from the Posada family from Winter Park, Florida. We found a duck. We found several ducks, but if you've heard the recent bad news,
Yeah, they supposedly have been coming out and starting to
quack down
quack down. That's a good way to put it.
on the ducks.
So Disney has never really officially approved the ducks being hidden all over the ship. And since the COVID shutdown, I guess they have not really been too strict with things. But recent sailings, they have been more strict. So we didn't see a ton of ducks. We saw a couple ducks. But from reports that I've been seeing on Facebook recently, they are really starting to like just take them and throw them away if they find them. So unfortunately, the ducks are no longer, but we still got one on our last sailing.
Very cute.
Yeah.
Speedy. Speedy the snow duck.
But that kind of does it for all of our haul. Didn't get a whole lot, but
No.
we've been to Disney so many
Well,
times.
we took home
and-
so many cookies.
Right.
We didn't show you, we have this massive bag of cookies
Yes.
because we've eaten them already.
Yes. But I guess another thing we brought home was we got a placeholder.
We did.
So more cruises coming in the future. But yeah.
And more things coming very, very soon for you because surprise!
Trip announcement.
We're going back to Disney World.
Yes. By the time this goes up, we'll already be there and back. But
we're leaving in a few days and haven't packed anything.
Yes.
Where are we staying?
We are staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, once again, one of our favorites, in Jumbo House.
Yes.
In a studio.
What are we celebrating?
We are celebrating dating for 5 years. 5 years together.
5 years of the mouse couple.
Wow.
Huzzah. And
your birthday.
Yeah.
Early birthday.
Our semi-annual, I don't know that it's annual. It's not twice a year though. Our sometimes annual birthiversary trip.
Yes.
As we like to call it. So follow along with us.
Yeah. Got lots planned, lots of exciting restaurants. We have Tiffin's, one of our favorites. We're also going to see the Festival of the Arts.
Yes.
So excited to go back for that festival. One of our favorite festivals this year. Or favorite festivals at Epcot, going again this year. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. That'll probably go up in a couple weeks. Take a couple weeks off so I can catch up on editing. But yeah, stay tuned for all of those exciting adventures with us.
We gotta go pack.
Yes. So that will do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
See you real soon.